Hey team, Beau Burgener here with your workout of the day, which is 7 sets, 1 rep in the split jerk. So we have a nice fun strength day ahead of us. There's a couple different ways that you can approach this workout. Option number 1 would be to work up to a max for the day in 7 sets, or you can do all 7 sets, 7 singles across at the same weight. If you don't know what your 1 rep max split jerk is, or it's been 6 months plus since you've established a 1 rep max in the split jerk, let's use today as an opportunity to find out what we can hit. If you have a recent 1 rep max, then I'd like you to hit all 7 sets across at the same weight, ranging anywhere from about 90 to 98%. So push that threshold just a little bit. If you need to scale this workout, if the split jerk is something that you're not comfortable with just yet, then the way that we can modify this is by having you pause in different positions. Right? So I'm gonna ask you to pause in 2 different positions. The first will be in the dip, and the second will be in the receive. So keeping it with singles, the weight light, you'll do a 3-second pause in the dip, perform a split jerk, and then a 3-second pause in your receive position. Then you'll reset and then repeat. Right? During your rest, I want you to come off to the side, grab a PVC pipe or a training bar, and give me 25 reps of the split jerk. That way we can start to accumulate a rep count and get more proficient in that movement. All right guys, let's have some fun. All right guys, as we start to warm up, the flow of this movement should be kind of as follows. You're going to have your jerk grip, which should be about thumb to thumb length and a half where the smooth and then early meet. You walk out of the rack, you're gonna breathe, brace, dip, drive, and then punch yourself into that split jerk position. So focus on all those components, right? Focus on as you take it out of the rack. 1 step, 2 steps. Take a nice big breath, breathe and brace. Dip, drive, and then punch. So when we're going through the dip, make sure you're balanced and don't let that barbell pull you forward. You want to keep a nice vertical torso, nice upright torso as we're going into that loading portion of the movement, of the jerk. If you find yourself being pulled forward or unbalanced in the dip, then that's when we would start to incorporate that pause dip. So if you're starting to go on your toes or that barbell starts to slide forward off that front rack position, then let's start by doing a 3-second pause in the bottom of your dip and then driving up and exploding into that jerk. What we're gonna have Manu do here is a 3-second pause in the receive position. His last jerk, he was walking the tightrope just a little bit, so I'm paused to feel nice and stable in that position. Nice, good Manu. Next we'll talk about the 5 points performance. So you'll notice Will too, he has a nice full grip on that barbell. When we're jerking, we don't want the barbell back on our fingertips. Let's try to get the barbell in the meaty portion of the hands. Good adjustment, good adjustment. Weights a little bit forward on that front foot. Feel that, you're back on your toe. Have your heel. Feel to wiggle those toes. Good. Yeah, stomp it and stick it. All right, so on that last jerk, on Manu's lead leg, you stuck it with the weight on the heel, and then you let the weight roll to the ball of the foot. All right, so when we're looking at like our 5 main points performance for the jerk, if I were to just drive myself into my split position here, the 5 points that we want to see is that the weight is set over the foot, back to the heel. Second is that the shin is vertical, nice and upright. The torso is upright. 4th point would be this slight bend in the back knee, and then with my back foot, the heel is off the floor, driving off the ball of my foot. So now here I'm stacked and supported with those 5 points, and when I recover with the front leg coming back leg coming forward, and then we drop the weight. Nice adjustment. There's a lot going on with the jerk. We talked about the dip, the drive, the footwork, the recovery. When it's all said and done, when you're tackling this, I want you to think about 3 things. Dip, drive, punch. Dip, drive, punch. If you can simplify your focus, having a smooth dip, aggressive drive, and a fast punch down, then we're on the right track. Not bad, man. So I love your dip on that. Your dip is just super short and explosive. Your back foot pointing out just a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, so straight or slightly in is what we're after. Don't pigeon-toed it. Just straight or slightly in. And so with the back foot, right, there's two more things I'm looking at when we're coaching. When we perform a jerk, we want to make sure we're not walking the tightrope, and that's why we have Manu pausing. Walking a tightrope would, in terms of our feet, right, on a line where we're not stable. All right, so when we jerk, we want to jerk not only have a good length, but also width, so that when we recover, it would be very similar to our squat stance. All right, so that we're nice and stable up overhead. Secondly, with the foot positioning, we want the feet either straight or just ever so slightly turned in. We don't want to see this back toe pointed out. If you find yourself in that position, that's when we incorporate a 3-second pause, so you can work from the 5 points, 1, 2, 3, back knee, back foot, and fix yourself, and then recover, making sure we're always in a good position when we recover. You never want to recover in a bad position, right? Unless it's a safety concern. So that back foot went up, but it's a 150 jerk. Looked pretty good, more than last week. So we're gonna go ahead and stop him there, and then we'll come back. We'll be working some footwork drills on the side to make sure that we get that squared away next time we go into our jerks. Okay, so on that last one, I just dropped it. If you guys aren't comfortable bringing the weight on your front or your back, right, the beauty about singles is that you can just drop the weight in between, strip the weight, clean it back up, and then reset. So if you're sweaty, right, or you're nervous, or you haven't learned that skill, please just drop the weight and re-rack it.